Hello, James here again, and this is the first in my cool shit you can do with Zapier series. Zapier, I'm going to keep saying that wrong every time, and they're probably going to get mad at me, but whatever. This is a really cool tool that I found the other day in Zapier that I've been using called Lead Score. And basically what it allows you to do is look up someone by email and pull in a few details like number of employees, company name, obviously only if it can find them. It doesn't always work, but this is useful because it can help you identify potentially really good leads and follow up with them personally. So that's what I'm going to basically show you here. So in this example, when we've got a new subscription, this is our billing service. So when they get added to that and when they sign up for a trial of our software, we do the lead score. And if then I have a filter that says if they match some criteria, then put a to-do in my own list to follow up with them manually. So this is really cool. If you've got people signing up to your list, whether that's ActiveCampaign or another CRM or just submitting a contact form on your site or something, you could run them through this filter and drop in a special to-do item for yourself to follow up with them. Now, if you've got a lot of people coming through, it might sort of spam your own to-do list, which is not ideal. But there's actually a really cool tool, which I'm going to go into in another video called Digest, which allows you to sort of group up those things. So in this case, it might be a bunch of different emails to contact, to group them up and put them in your to-do list as one item. So I'm not going to do that in this video. Just have a look for my Digest by Zapier video. For now, I'm just going to show you lead score and the filtering. So I'm going to head over back here. And in this case, I'm going to use ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to try and trigger when a new contact is added to a list. So again, this can be anything. This could be a contact form, it could be Gravity Forms, it could be a CRM like Pipedrive or whatever you're using, just however your leads come in. It will need an email address though, so that's what you need. I've already connected my ActiveCampaign account. So I'm going to choose the list. In this case, this is going to be different for you, whatever lists you've got set up. This is my main one. Zapier will pull that in. It looks like when you're testing new contact added to list with ActiveCampaign, it just pulls in a random contact that it's created with just random data. So it's got test@test.com. So I'll show you a quick little a way around this. So what I'm going to do now is lead score by Zapier, find some information on this email address. Now obviously we've got a test one, so what I'm going to want to put in finally is this contact email address. So that's the lookup address that it found from ActiveCampaign, and if I was to continue and run a test on that, fetch and continue, it's going to find pretty much nothing because it's an example address. So what I'm going to do just temporarily is change this to my address. And just so you can see an example. Few more persons. There you go. It's found me. This is just on my email address, right? It's found my name. It's what it thinks our employee account is. It's not totally accurate. It's close enough though. And then that's what we found at our company. I don't know how it knows these things. It's just super cool. Number of tech found, and oh, there it is, segment. It's kind of a random metric that it generates. I think it's kind of working out if it's a decent lead, whether it's just like a crap email or something. So I just tend to use this to filter out basically good or above. And it gives you some more things like industry. It's found where we live, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, and I'm a person, so that's nice. Found my website. Well, that was in the email address. But I will now continue. So what I'm going to do is Now filter. So I want to filter out only the people that fit a certain set of criteria. So let's say I only want to follow up with people who have greater than 5 employees. So what I can do, I'm only going to continue this zap if the number of employees is greater than 5. Actually, I'm going to say 4, so it actually matches for me. I'll show you an example in a minute. I might come back and change it. So if I was to continue now, and I test the filter, it's going to say, yep, it would have run. So if I go back and I say greater than 5, obviously this isn't going to run because it was exactly 5. So what I also might want to do here, I say I also want, so I said and, I also want the, where'd you go? You could filter on industry if you like. You could say if it contains software or something. Fit segment, that's the one I wanted. So I'm going to say if it is in good or very good. So basically it's going to search, you saw there, it was, oh man, I had to find it again now. There, so in this case, this segment is good. So it's going to look for this in here. That's what is in is going to do. So I want it, if it's good or very good, it'll come through. Now, I'm just going to quickly pause and show you the help page for this. All right, I'm back. So here's the help page for Lead Score by Zapier, and I just wanted to show you this section. So these are the different customer fit segments. And so it's low, medium, good, or very good. So in this case, I'm only wanting to filter good or very good. So that's where I've put good or very good in there. So what you could also do, if you wanted to make this an or, so if it was greater than 5 or they were in this fit, I'm just going to delete that. You'd go or here. So it's this or this. So I might say customer fit segment, getting better at finding this now, is in and only if it's say very good. Actually, that's going to find good in there anyway. So that is our filter step. And now I'm going to go through and say I want to put it on my to-do list. In my case, I use Trello. This could be Asana. It could be anything for you. So this is just going to be a quick example. I want to add it to my personal account. And I might, I'll choose my main. Oops, it's called priority. Right, and I'm going to put it on the today list because I want to do it today. I'm going to say follow up with lead, and I might say the email address, and I might want to put some information directly in here. So I could say the name is. You might want to pull this out of the lead score thing as well. So I might say number of employees, and then I pull this out of the lead score step. So I'm going to pick that, and let's say I want company name. I'll pull that out of the lead score as well. There you go. So that's actually going to create my to-do list with all that information there. I can put whatever info I want. That's a little example of how to use the variables that come out of the other steps. And I'm going to continue. I'm not going to... Oh, says I have an error. I don't know why Zapier does this sometimes. There's actually no error there. I think it just wants me to test. So I'm just going to go test. You can also go skip and it works. So that might stop complaining now. I'm going to skip test on Trello. Yeah, that's what it wanted me to do, is the test. So now it'll let me save and turn my Zap on. So that's just a quick little example of how that works. Actually, one thing I forgot is because I had an example in here, I'm going to want to go back in and delete that and make sure it's updated with the variable from step 1. And I can just skip the test to keep Zapier happy, and then we're good. All right, so that's the first cool thing you can do with Zapier that I actually use pretty much daily, and I hope that's helpful.